Merry meet everyone, this is Poe Moonstone, your Friday hostess, and you are watching Witches of the Moon. This week on the channel we are discussing the different branches of paganism. To be perfectly honest, I can't really speak a whole lot on other branches of paganism as I'm only really familiar with my branch of paganism, which is Wicca. But you often hear the term paganism described as a umbrella term or it's referred to as like a tree and the different branches that it has. However, I kind of look at it differently than that. I kind of take a different viewpoint. I still kind of go with the tree the tree analogy. However, I view it a little bit differently. I really tend to look at it more as paganism being a part of its acreage in a large forest of religion and spiritual practice. And in that acreage, in the pagan portion, you have numerous different types of trees and shrubberies and such. And each tree and shrub and everything in that acreage represents a different part of paganism, which collectively belongs to that acreage. So that's kind of how I look at it. You have your hedge witches, you have your kitchen witches, you have your Dianic Wiccans, your Gardarian Wiccans, you have shamanism. Oh geez, I'm trying to think of what else. There's so many. Shamanism, the Nordic Nordic belief system, the what is it, a Sanchu, I think is what it's called. They're all different aspects of that same portion of the forest, but they are each equally unique to that part of the forest as well. They all have I believe, their interesting points, and there are a lot of them that I really, like I said in the beginning, I don't know a whole lot about, but I don't know, I follow what I follow, but what I believe is that what constitutes a spiritual path or religion as pagan is the reverence for nature and the nature-based ideals of that spiritual path. That's what I believe. Like a lot of, well, Native American culture in general, I believe to be is pagan. I believe that, like I said, shamanism, where they kind of practice the spiritual art of healing through using things found in nature. I again, paganism. And then you have, your witches. A lot of them don't worship god and goddess, but they do practice witchcraft, which witchcraft tends to lean to the nature-based side of things, and therefore they are considered pagan. The thing about the different trees within the pagan portion of the forest, so to speak, is that each one of them comes with a certain amount of ritual, certain things that are practiced, certain traditions that are expressed within that particular spiritual path. And each one really is individual to that specific tradition, I suppose is what you could call it. And each one deserves an equal amount of respect and honor because they all really serve a great purpose. They're all individual and different in their own way, but they do serve their purpose, and they are respectable portions of the pagan forest. So it's always good to have respect for people who follow different traditions. And that's not just talking about within the pagan realm. We're talking about all traditions. We must lead by example as far as respecting and being mindful of how we react to other people's spiritual paths, even though they may be different than our own. It's very vitally important that because each one of us, when we go out into the world and interact with society, are acting as an individual representation of our spirituality or our faith. And when it is noted that we can react as civilized individuals, regardless of our spiritual path, it's always a good thing. It reflects well on the community as a whole. So it's always good to have a little bit of respect because, at least in my opinion, and I will say that this video is completely my opinion. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just mine. I believe that it is important for us to set an example, to be as respectful as possible, because just because their spiritual path, somebody else's spiritual path, does not align with your own, does not make it right or wrong. It does not make it the one and only. It's all about tolerance and knowing that regardless of the spiritual path and the individual that's taking it, it is leading them to the same exact place. So, anyway, that's my video, I guess, on it. I know it wasn't like totally in depth and it was maybe a little all over the place, but you know, doing the best I can. I just was barely able to get a couple minutes alone this weekend, so I apologize for this video coming out so late, but it is here. I wanted to make it. Yeah, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. If you have not signed up for our giveaway, please do that. If you have not subscribed and you like what you see or hear, please feel free to subscribe. We love new subscribers. Besides that, like I said, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I know it's a holiday weekend, so I hope everyone stays safe, and we will talk to you soon. Blessed be.